Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where I am so excited to tell you that Jean Grey, one of my favorite Marvel characters, is coming to Rivals. Netease, thank you so much. I already know that a ton of different creators are talking about her kit, what it's gonna be like, and they're scared for X, Y, and Z thing. And while I will mention a few things here and there about what I'm excited for, her kit in general, I'm mostly gonna talk to you about cosmetics, things I wanna see, and what she definitely is gonna be countering, because Jean Grey is coming out swinging. You might be expecting Jean to be a full dive character with her ult slamming down like Human Torch does. But I don't think she's gonna be dive. I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up being a flank. Her moveset basically means she's gonna be able to easily move around and sneak behind people in big groups and just blow them the fuck up. I think Jean, like her counterpart in the comics, is going to be explosive and big and powerful, but also be very easy to kill. Let's be real, girl has died more than 19 times and counting in the comics. Just because she's dead does not mean she'll stay dead, and I think this is the perfect game to show that. I do believe that her being able to counter things like Rocket's ult, Penny's mines, Rocket's revive station, Squirrel Girl's ult because it has a health bar, Hella's ult, Namor's squids, Emma's hilarious and great diamond shield, and possibly way more enemy turrets. She is going to be a nightmare. Welcome back, Season of Divers. Your supports, which were enjoying their time in the peace and the sun, are getting ready to explode, as usually we end up grouping up together. As a Cloak and Dagger main, I usually tend to stick by my Invisible Woman, Rockets, and Luna's because it's just easier to patty cake back and forth. I think we have finally found the counter to the patty cake method, as Jean Grey literally causes you to explode with her attacks, giving you tokens that can erupt when you hit 3 and explode and cause the other person to get a token. It is going to be almost impossible for you to avoid exploding in this, and I think that's hilarious. I do, however, want to get into my favorite part of the game, the cosmetics. Jean, just like Storm, is one of Marvel's Barbie dolls. They love to give them new outfits and designs. So, I'm going to give you my top 10 skins I want to see within Marvel Rivals. At number 10, is young Jean Grey. After being dead for more than a decade, Jean needed a comeback, and Bendis gave it to her with a little bit of a twist. Jean did not come back to life. Her younger self came to the present day, thanks to Beast wanting to solve an issue with Cyclops. I think this would give a very fun nod to the comics, as well as letting people explore maybe a time-displaced version of Jean with her outfit. She's very spunky, very spry, and hilarious, and the fit does go pretty hard. At number 9, though, is Marvel Girl. The green maxi dress, I'm sorry, I don't like it. The yellow cowl, almost Wolverine-looking mask, it's not it for me. It is classic enough for me to want it in the game, but not enough to equip it. So I do want it there just for historic sakes. Speaking of historic, at number 8 is the classic 05 suit. Just to match with her fellow peers whenever they all show up, I think it'd be fun for Jean and all the other X-Men who started at Xavier's to have this level of a suit. The sleek black and yellow design is really fun, even if Bobby will probably just be in his ice form and a little bit naked, in my opinion. At number 7, though, I'm lumping in all together the animated X-Men. However, specifically, I do want an X-Men Evolution skin. I feel like the X-Men have an iconic line of animated TV shows and cartoons that it would be a shame not to show them off like we show off the MCU movies in skins. X-Men Evolution is my favorite, so I'm obviously going to go with the green and black Jean Grey with the head sock look. I don't think it'd be too hard for them to customize the current skin to look like that, but I mean, who knows? They might overcomplicate it and make it a whole new redesign, recolor. At number 6, we gotta show some love to the original trilogy of X-Men movies, X1 through 3. While I know Last Stand is not everyone's favorite, I think we need to have it there just for the memes of having Famke's amazing and wonderful Jean next to Scarlet Witch. Because they're wearing the same trench coat sometimes, and I find it funny, like who wore it better? At number 5, I hate to do this to them, but I think it would be really funny to have Rachel and Hope Summers as reskins for Jean. All 3 of them are Phoenix hosts, all 3 of them are redheads, and while I want them to have their own kits and their own character, I would be okay with at least seeing them somewhere in the line. At number 4, though, I do have to give Here Comes Tomorrow. This Grant Morrison run, while not my favorite, did provide some amazing outfits, and this costume alone eats so hard. She is serving like no one else. The fire, the flames, the black outline of the Phoenix symbol really is amazing. At number 3, I'm going to just go ahead and say we definitely need her Krakoan hero fit as well as her Hellfire Gala outfits. Jean did not leave any crumbs behind in this look, and I think it really showcases the love this era had for a lot of resurrected mutants. At number 2, I do have to quickly say we need the Phoenix Solo book costume. Whether we're going for the initial design that follows pretty much similarly to Krakoa, or the later design, which is like all black with gold accents, both are gorgeous and need to be seen in this modeling type. And last, but certainly not least, I want to see Zorn. Zorn Jean Grey is such an interesting and unique design, and while some people may not like it or may not like the story, I find it visually compelling and would be such a departure for how she's normally depicted. There are tons of other skins and ideas we could go for. We could talk about X-Men Red. We could talk about any of her fits from the Grant Morrison run. But Jean is a Barbie, and I just gave you 10 options. I will say, however, the one option I'm never gonna be okay with, and that is making Madeline Pryor a skin for Jean. That would be incredibly fucked up in so many ways. Madeline, her entire story has been about identifying herself as separate from Jean, not being just a clone, and finding peace and solace for herself. To make her a skin when she has such a different power set because of the magic she explores and her not focusing solely on telepathy or telekinesis, it would be such a stab in the gut, but I can see them doing it, and I really hope if they end up doing it, it's at least the Goblin Queen skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this entire segment, and stay tuned because speaking of Madeline, I feel like something wicked this way comes. And we might see in the future something sinister play out as the Goblin Queen could very well make her own appearance and have her own season of reckoning. I've been Mimics, you've been the Mayhems. Follow, like, and subscribe for more. Bye.